So today we're doing another stroke study, and I love how you've been practicing with me. I love how you've been sharing with me and all my people on our site. So it's wonderful on our Facebook group. So it's Donna Dewberry's official One Stroke Group on Facebook, and share your painting or message me, Donna S. Dewberry, with questions you have about your strokes, and let's get started. So I'm using my double loader again. I've got my floating medium inside right here. That's what you use instead of water. It moves smoothly on paper. I've got daffodil yellow. These are all multi-surface colors. If you haven't done one of these stroke studies before, we're going to do strokes. We're going to study them because you're going to practice them. And stroke is stroke is stroke. And when you get to a stroking, I want you to keep practicing, but I want you to watch, then go try it, and then stop and start as you're trying it. Make sure that you're liking it, like you're happy with it, but take time to stop it, practice a little bit, turn it back on and look, and you'll see some things that you didn't see before that I was teaching you. All right, wicker white, magenta, and daffodil yellow, sap green, and citrus green. Okay, so we're going to practice a couple little strokes today. You can use a 12 or a 16, and I'm going to split these two colors by picking them up. Let's go closer. All right, so I pick up, I go right here and go really quick, back and forth, pressing hard. All right, a second pickup, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, now if I want more pink than white, then I would go over here 2/3. Or if I just want a teeny bit of white, I could go right here and then work that in. Okay, so you can decide that way. All right, now this is what I'm going to do. I want to start with the strokes that we're going to learn first. I'm going to put this at an angle so you can see me. And on this, I'm going to do a V. I'm going to come right here and I'm going to stroke up to a point and then come down. Okay, so touch, stroke to a point, then come down. All right, now when we practice this, at this point, I might just need white and I can flatten it right here, or I might need magenta and flatten it. And then I'm ready. I still don't need the medium. You need the medium when it's dry. So then you would just dip and then go back and forth. But don't use that medium very often or it'll make kind of like a muddy mess for you. So I want you to come along here and practice these strokes. Go to a point, reverse direction of the bristles, and push and come down. So I'm getting dry. I want to come, I can still paint right out of this little cubby. So I go right back over this, go to a point, reverse direction of the bristles, put pressure, and then come back down. All right. So why I'm sharing this with you is I want you to see that this is a good stroke. You can see I got better as I went. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit more magenta, a little bit more white. Okay, so let's see. This is a stroke that I used when I did calla lilies last week. And I came back down. Remember that? I did it higher. All right. Well, what I want to show you is there are petals, there are flowers that you use that stroke. And let me show you. We're going to come right here. Let's go over this way. I'm going to slide all the way up to a point, reverse, and slide all the way back down. All right, so this is a long, slender petal. All right, now that might be difficult for you, so we're going to come back here and pick up paint. So this is what I tell people to do. You can come right up here on one side And then you can stop. I could practice a couple of them like this. All right, it's a little dry, so I'm going to get medium. So I can do 3 of them where I go one side, and then you can turn it over, and you can come on this side. All right, I'm going to come here and pick up more paint. And if you're lefty, you might do strokes like that anyway. All right. So just get comfortable with left-handed, and you can see my hand will go this way. I do this side instead of this side when I start. Okay. So now let me show you what I'm going to do. It is an arrow. All right. I'm going to pick up a little bit of yellow now. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to slide up to that point. Now I can just lift and slide back down by pushing harder when I come down on that arrow. Okay. Hi, are you having a good time painting strokes with me? I want you to take a deep breath and relax. It's going to make your painting experience so much better. Relax. Now that might look like a leaf to you also if it was green and yellow, right? So I'm going to dip the yellow, dip the white, and come right here, and even some magenta. Okay, so I could just come here and get both white and magenta and reload, and then pick up some yellow. All right, so let me show you what this flower looks like. I'm going to come here, I'm going to come up. Oops, I need some medium. See, I want you to see I don't go get it very often. So look, there's my arrow again. See right there, right there. Okay, I'm going to slide, and then I can slide back. All right. All right, I'm going to slide back here, pressure, go to a point, come back, pressure. And see, I definitely need to restroke this because it ran out of paint, so I can come back on this side and clean it up. All right. And I can turn my brush this way. You can see when it gets dry, we need more paint. All right. Okay, so now I'm a little too close to the edge here, but let me come this way. And I don't like that heavy ridge, so look, I can just stroke this back and clean it up. All right. So what I can do is wipe this off and move the pink to the dark side and the citrus green on the other side. Get some medium. And look what happens here. I can grab this, little strokes like this. Okay, I'm going to grab this and pull it down. Looks like I do a daffodil stem. All right, so look, I can slide all the way up. Watch this. This is just like these petals where I slide up as tall as I want. And then I grab this and I push down. Okay. Now on this, I do want a stem in there. Or I can just push down hard and slide on one side. So there's all kinds. This looks like kind of like the back of it, but I could make it more of a front, and I'll show you that a little bit later. So these are short practice lessons. I want you to try pushing down and sliding. Okay, So here's where you start and there's where you end. Okay, or we can do the arrow. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm sliding, and then I come on this side and I slide. Or I can come back and clean it up and pull the stem in the middle. Okay, I'm getting a little big on that, but see how I put the darker green. Now, this looks like it needs a little bit of light green on this side. I'm going to put a little touch of that. All right, so I just put a little bit of light green. Okay, so let me show you what this flower can become. All right, so I'm going to come in here with the medium and work that into my brush. Side stroke a little bit of the magenta. Side stroke means it would come right to the edge. Okay. Now I can come right in here. You want all this to dry first. All right, so this is all going to be on the outside. So what I'm going to show you is inside here. This will be inside the blossom. And these are hanging down from behind. All right, so what I like to do is get a little bit of citrus with a little bit of water, roll it, and I can touch and pull back. Look, touch, lift, touch, lift, touch, lift. All right, touch, lift up. There we go. All right, so see how they are all in there? Okay, so now I can come right across here. These are like lilies, little teeny strokes. All right, and I can also put little dabs down here. You can also, I want you to practice doing this, making inky colors with a little bit of water. This is the only brush we use water with. All right, so look, I can come along here. I want you to practice following these strokes. Like I can just outline it. Sometimes I outline it with licorice. So see, I don't outline both sides. I'll just come in here and do one side. All right. So can you do that to the green? Yeah. Watch what I do to my green. Let me get some more water. Okay. So this one got a little fuzzy on this side, so I can clean it up. You can also use your liner to come in the middle if you want. And I will also just come in here sometime and make a little line. So see, I can come along here. There we go. I love that you guys are busy practicing. That's a good thing. All right. Now I'm just going to show you that what we studied in my studio today was this stroke, and it's using the same steps as you're practicing this. I just want you to see. I'm going to come over here, pick up these colors. I want you to see that we can do this little flower all the way around. That's the first one I taught you. All right, so I could just put a yellow dot in the middle or multiple little dots. All right, I think what I needed over here was a couple little teeny dots in here. And if it's not showing really well, I just kind of put a little bit of white on top. Okay, and same thing here, look. I can do multiple little dots in here. All right. Now, what we practiced today, I want to show you. Back and forth, getting in the yummy colors. Look how pretty those colors are. All right. So I came all the way up and wiggled as we come up. We're gonna practice this another day, but I just want you to just play around with that and see if you can see how those flower petals, and I'll teach you how to roll some petals coming up soon. So same as these, smooth, but I did a little wave. Look, wave, wave, wave. Not a big wiggle, but a little wave. Okay? So go practice. There's a whole sheet of practicing for you to do. All right? You can take a shot of that on the screen and have it right in front of you. But practice, go strong, practice. All right? Thank you very much. I'll see you next Friday. And I hope I see you on our site. Share, share, share. And please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.